Hello and welcome to the Literacy Sphere. I'm Oleanda Yuba. In this channel, we talk about everything diction, public speaking, vocabulary building, and overall personal development. If you are new here, you are warmly welcome. Please ensure that you subscribe to my channel right now and tap on the notification bell so that you can get every new video I drop. And if you are a returning subscriber, as always, welcome to my channel. You will love it right here. In today's lesson, we will learn about something extremely crucial to your spoken English, something that can refine your spoken English, refine your pronunciation, something that will help you to ace your IELTS tests or any English language test, especially your listening test and your speaking test. It's called stress in English. Have you heard about stress in relation to English language? Today, you're going to learn about stress and what it has got to do with the English language. The English language is a rising language, it's a stress timed language. What that means is that in the English language, pronunciation of words is a bit tricky. Why did I say so? That's because the spelling of a word is not a true guide to its correct pronunciation. There are certain rules you must know to be able to pronounce your words correctly. In a previous video, I talked about how to improve your pronunciations, and in that video, I taught about the sounds of the English language. You can find the link to that video down in the description of this video. So let's dive into today's lesson, stress. Before we can understand how to stress words correctly in English, or what we call word stress, we need to understand syllables. That's because in English, whenever a word has more than one syllable, there must be a stressed syllable. First, let's look at what a syllable is. What is a syllable? A syllable is a single unit of speech, usually made up of one vowel sound. Okay? Now let's look at some other words that have more than one syllable. Table. How many syllables? How to know is to clap or beat. Okay? If you have a surface close to you, you tap on it or beat or simply clap. Table. How many? Two. Person. How many? Person. Two. Investigation. 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 How many? Let's count again. Investigation. Five. Investigation. Five. Chemical. How many? Three. Chemical. Three. Chemical. Three. Now we have understood what a syllable is. They are the different units of words, usually containing one vowel sound. We've looked at words with a single syllable. We've looked at words with more than one syllable. Okay? Now, let's talk about how to stress words. How do you know the parts of a word you should stress? Before then, let's discuss the value of stress. Why is stress important in English? Why should you stress your words in English? Like I mentioned earlier, to be able to understand stress or how to stress words correctly in English, you must understand what a syllable is. So a syllable is a single unit of speech, usually containing one vowel sound. When an English word has more than one syllable, one of the syllables must be stressed. That means it must be given prominence. What does it mean to stress a word, or what does it mean to stress a syllable? It means that that syllable is said louder, longer, and with a higher pitch than the rest of the syllables of the word. Okay? Let's take a look at some examples. Table, table. Which part of that word is stressed? Or which syllable in the word table is stressed? Can you guess? The first syllable, table. You can see that I gave prominence to that syllable. I said it louder, longer, and with a higher pitch. Next, person. Person. Did you notice? That's a syllable stressed there. Person. Next, you have education. Education. Which part of that word is stressed? K. Education. And the final example, conclusion. Conclusion. Which part of that word is stressed? Clue. Conclusion. In these four examples, you can see that we have stressed syllables. However, you may have observed that the stressed syllables are not regular. They do not occur at the same parts, okay, of the words. For instance, in the word table, the stressed syllable is the first syllable, while in the word education, the stressed syllable is the third syllable or the second to the last syllable. Now, how do you know which syllable to stress in a word? Before then, let's talk about the value of stress in English. When you stress a word correctly, it refines your voice and helps you to sound quite polished. Okay? A lot of non native speakers, especially Africans, have a way of pronouncing words, and in doing that, they transfer the features of their native languages into the English language. And so when they pronounce words, they stress all the syllables. In Nigeria, where I live, for instance, in our native languages, all the parts of the words are stressed. Our native languages are said to be tonal in nature, where we stress every syllable. And so when we speak English, we transfer the features of our native languages into the English language. And that is why we mispronounce a lot of words. Okay? So mastering stress in English can help you to learn how to naturally pronounce your words correctly without any hassle. Okay? So how can you tell which part of a word should be stressed? How do you know? That is what I will teach you today. In today's video, I'll share with you some word classes and how to tell which part of the words should be stressed. I will be giving you rules guiding the word classes so that you can stress your words accurately. Okay, let's begin with nouns. Nouns with two syllables have a rule guiding them. Before then, please note that words with one syllable, every word, no matter the word class, having one syllable is stressed. Okay? Sheep, meat, beat, skip, sick, pot, mat, bat, fart, park. All those words have one syllable. How to test is to beat. Okay? So no matter the number of letters contained in a word, as long as it has one beat, it has one syllable and it should be stressed. Okay? But whenever you have more than one syllable in a word, then you should think about which part of the word should be stressed. So to guide you in knowing the part of the word that should be stressed, if the word is a noun, let's talk. We are more concerned about two-syllable nouns, also called disyllabic nouns, nouns with two syllables. First, what is a noun? We're going to take you back to your primary school. What's a noun? I'm listening. Oh, yes, you got that right. A noun is a naming word. Some will say a noun is a name of a person, animal, place, or thing. Of course, we have abstract nouns as well, including feelings, ideas, and whatnot. Okay, so that's not what we're talking about today. We are talking about nouns or noun words with two syllables. Okay, if a noun has two syllables, where should you stress? The rule says stress the first syllable. Simple, extremely simple, easy peasy. A noun has two syllables, stress the first syllable. So let's apply that to table. Table, table. Stress the first syllable only and do not give prominence to the second syllable. Okay? Table. Next, marble, marble. Many non-native speakers will say marble, table. They stress every part of the word. So take note, it should stress just the first syllable if the word is a noun. Okay? Can we have more? Yes, sure. Button, 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 button. Good. So the word button is a noun, has two syllables, and we're stressing just the first syllable. Finally, we have mountain, mountain, mountain. You stress the first syllable and you don't pay a lot of attention to the second syllable. Did you get the rule for disyllabic nouns? That's nouns with two syllables. Stress the first syllable. Please note, for every rule, there is an exception. Okay? And of course, we know English language can always pull a fast one on you every time. Okay? So you should be quite careful. There are always exceptions to the rule. Okay? Please stay close to this channel because I will always share these exceptions with you as well as many rules guiding your spoken English and your written English as well. Okay? The next word class we will be taking a look at today is verbs. What is the rule guiding verbs? Stress the second syllables for disyllabic verbs. Verbs with two syllables are stressed on the second syllable. Did you get that? Yes. For every verb containing two syllables, stress the second syllable. Please take note, there's an exception to the rule always. After now, I'm going to share with you what we call stress shift. It's sort of an exception to the rule. We're going to take a look at stress shift to help us see some words that might not follow those rules. Okay? We're going to take a look at that after now, or not necessarily not following the rule, but they look alike, such words, but then there's a change in their pronunciations when they occur as a verb and when they occur as a noun. All right? So the rule for verbs, stress the second syllable. Can you think of some examples? The first word that comes to mind is remove, remove, remove. You can see we're stressing move. That's the stressed syllable in the word remove. We said it louder, longer, and with a higher pitch. Okay? Remove. Next, we have inform, inform. I'd like to inform you. Inform, inform. Next, we have emerge, emerge, emerge. And then we have escape, escape, escape. You can see that these words are stressed in the second syllable. What is stress shift? That is when the stress shifts to another syllable for the same word, okay, for a word with the same spelling, but which is acting as a different word class. Let's take some examples. R-E-C-O-R-D. How do you pronounce it? Record, record, record. Is that a noun or a verb? Record. Some people pronounce it that way, both as a noun and as a verb, and that is wrong. It's incorrect. So when you say record, that's a noun. Okay? He broke the record. Yes, record. Now, as a verb, you say record, record, record. So now it's the word looking the same, but because here it's acting as a noun, we say record. The stress is on the first syllable, and here as a verb, the stress shifts to the second syllable. It becomes record, record. Interesting, isn't it? Let's look at another example. Export, 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 and export, export, export. Noun, export. Verb, export. And the final example on the stress shift is invite, 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 invite. As a noun, it's invite, while as a verb, it's invite, invite. That's it for stress shift. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, you will get to meet some English words that will not follow the rules at all. Okay? And when you see such words, do not be confused. Just know that it's one of those things. And the English language, we are sure to get surprises from time to time. Finally, for today, we're going to look at adjectives. Adjectives. You know what adjectives are? They are words that are used to describe nouns, or we can say they qualify nouns. How do you know which part to stress when a word is an adjective? Okay? First, take note of the rule. The rule says stress the first syllable of disyllabic adjectives. Did you get it? Great. Stress the first syllable. Let's take some examples. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You know what adjectives are? They are words that are used to describe nouns, or we can say they qualify nouns. Okay? So such words as lovely, lovely, creepy, creepy. That man's behavior is so creepy, creepy, creepy. Okay, next you have scanty, scanty, scanty. You also have humble, humble, humble. So for adjectives, you stress the first syllable. Did you enjoy this? Let me know in the comment section if you found this interesting. But then I know that something must be going through your mind. Okay? Every one of the examples given for each of the word classes has 2 syllables. So the question in your mind would be, what about words with 3 syllables, 4 syllables, even 5, 6, and more syllables? How do you account for such words? Which part of those words should you stress? If you meet a noun that's more than 2 syllables, for instance, or a verb that's more than 2 syllables, or an adjective that's up to 5 syllables, where should you stress? That is a big question. And it's a crucial question. It's a vital one. You should know. All right? And that is why in a future lesson, I will discuss the rules governing other words. Many other words. Words like investigation, words like comical, chemical, manager, words ending with ER, many other words. How do you know? Philosophical, geography, such words. How do you know which part of them should be stressed? Wouldn't you love to know? I bet you would. And so in another video, I will be discussing other stress rules. Other rules that will guide your pronunciation of words in the English language. Let me know if you found this lesson interesting. Please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to share this for others to learn. And let me know in the comment section how you found today's lesson. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? Did you learn? I'd love to read your comments. And if there are more aspects of the English language that you would want to learn, do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely create a lesson to address it. As always, I remain Oleanda Yuba, your distinct elocutionist. I'll see you in my next video, but don't forget to like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go do that now before you leave so you don't forget, and tap on the notification bell so that you will receive new videos and not miss out. Bye.